What's up, y'all? As you can tell, I look and feel amazing. No, I just crawled out of bed from a nap. We stayed out late last night and watched some Lilo and Stitch in the movie theater. That was really cute. A lot of people were upset with the changes that were made. I loved it. I thought it was a cute kids movie. Girlfriend really liked it too. And now, this morning I had to go to the vet, like the walk-in clinic, because one of my cats has stomatitis, so that's like a crazy inflammation of the gums. It's like much worse than gingivitis, and the long-term solution, unfortunately, really is just to extract all of her teeth. But we need to get her spayed because she is in heat constantly, in and out, and she sprays when she's in heat. Pen Pen, Penny girl, Pen Pen, ridiculous. And we're kind of just in this back and forth of like trying to get her gum inflammation down a little bit so we can just get her spayed really quickly. And so this little kitten that I found off the street is now costing me a fortune, but I love her to death, unfortunately. And so I did that this morning, and that took 2.5 hours, and I had no food and no coffee, nothing, just sitting there. It took a lot longer than I thought. And then I got home, and the girlfriend's feeling sick, so we took a nap, and I just woke up, and I've got to meet some friends for a church cleanup at 6 p.m. today, which is a little closer to the gym. My gym's about 30 minutes away. You know, as powerlifters will travel for calibrated plates and whatnot. But we've got a heavy bench today. I've got Bang Energy and a Yeti cup ready to go. It was just sitting hot in my car, so I poured it over some ice. Heavy bench today. It's my first bench since kind of tapering for elbow pain. So today we're really monitoring that elbow pain, seeing if it gets inflamed or whatnot. And if it does, you know, I'll make some judgment calls. Do I need to power through? Do I need to cut volume and intensity today? We're gonna see. You know, I think with ongoing tendonitis, if it just is so triggered, other lifts can bleed into that. So doing heavy squats and heavy deadlifts this week may not have helped that inflammation or that tendonitis, even if it doesn't really trigger me that much, or if it's not really getting triggered that much. So we're just gonna see. Either it's gonna feel better, it's gonna feel about the same, or it's gonna feel worse, and we will adapt accordingly. And if it feels worse or about the same, my goal isn't really to start acquiring strength, it's more to maintain strength and bar path efficiency and just kind of hold on tight until meet day. And if it goes away, and hopefully it goes away by then for the peak block. All right, I reckon I'll do a little voiceover. We've got 198 pound warm up right now. Of course, I did a bunch of, warm-ups without any weight on the bar, but this is when I first started filming. And I do a ton of band pull-aparts up until my top single. I mean, the moment I get into the gym, in between every single set, I do a ton of band pull-aparts. So this is 265, still just warming up. We've got the Crocs on today, got the Bang and the Yeti cup, and really just keeping an eye on any elbow discomfort. And I wrote down in my notes that, probably about 308, I started feeling that tingle, but it wasn't painful yet. So this is 308 pounds, a couple more. And usually I do like up to 5 reps of 308, but just monitoring the elbow pain, that's why I only did 2 reps. And basically did 1 rep from here on out. That was 375, this is 402. This is the real test for how heavy I feel comfortable going on that day, if it hurts too bad or not, and how well the bar speed is. Because sometimes it feels like crap, but the bar speed is good. And obviously there, bar speed was fine. So 422 for the top set. Definitely feeling a little bit of a elbow pain, but honestly, it moved so good. Had a little audience there of 2 guys. 375 for the back down sets, and this is where it started to hurt. I did 2 sets of 3 on these back downs. This could be the same clip by accident, honestly, I don't know. It probably is. Either way, I did 2 sets of 3. We got 308 on the back down Spoto press, and the Spoto press was very triggering for the tendon pain in my left elbow now, which is weird because it used to be in my right elbow, then it was in both. Now my right elbow feels fine, and now it's my left elbow that really hurts. So hopefully that's a sign that it'll just get better. But yeah, that was the bench day. All right, we just got done with bench. I didn't film my last set of Spoto press, nor the rear delt flies at the end. I'm just trying to get the hell out of here because I got to go help my church friends move. No, they're not my church friends, they're my friends, and I'm helping them move churches, move locations. But, oh, where am I going with this? I had to make some tough decisions. Top singles and top back down sets are pretty good. We hit 425, which is between the 420 and 430. And doing the back downs, what's weird is getting to the point where I'm at, and when I had to take the deload, it was my right elbow that was really bothering me. You know, progressed into both elbows, but really with the right one being the really irritated one. And now today, my right elbow feels fine. It's my left elbow that's very much irritated. And then when I went to go do Spoto press, I was like, it's pretty irritating now. It's like a 4 to 5 on the pain scale out of 10. I decided to really drop weight on the Spoto press. I mean, Spoto press has been something I can go pretty heavy at, but I just went with real weight today, and that was very triggering to my left elbow and that tendon. Not so much to the right one. Only at the bottom for the right, but it's after the session, it'll feel inflamed, feels irritated, getting a random shooting pain. So that means some tough decisions have to be made going forward. I traditionally bench twice a week, and day 1 and day 3 of my training week. The training days throughout the week are bench days, and we're going to have to cut volume pretty significantly, I think. We got to keep intensity relatively high. I mean, even with the irritation, I'm still hitting above 90% of my 1 rep max at less than RPE 9. So it tells me it's not really fatigue is the issue. It's just maybe a little bit of volume overload. So cutting volume a lot. I might even be skipping exercises. Not skipping, but taking them out of program. So Larson press has been one of the most irritating movements for me. I'm thinking about just moving that from my day 3, and we're just going to do 2 work bench and basically call it there, right? If elbow pain feels good, maybe do like a machine accessory or something like that. And then we'll keep day 1 kind of pretty heavy, and I'll debate whether I keep Spoto press in or not, because I'm kind of at that point where I'm going to need to just maintain strength without irritating my elbows too much. And if I'm going to acquire strength anywhere for my total, it's probably going to be on squat and deadlift for at least the next couple weeks. And then as I enter my peak block, maybe I can express some of that strength on all 3 lifts and have healthy elbows going into it. So overall, good session. I'm tired. I got to go move a bunch of stuff now. Another week of not training optimally. Part of that's my fault. Part of it is just how life happens. But there's no excuses. You just do the work. And, I feel like every video I do now is like, oh, this is why my life sucks and I didn't do as well as I wanted to. But that's just the reality of it, As these weeks continue and adjust and adapt and keep training heavy, and I don't care if it's optimal or not. I'm going to be pushing hard in the gym and giving my all. Because if there's one place, whether I can't focus on my diet or my sleep or whatever, there's one place I can control. That's how smart and how intense I go when I walk into the gym. So that's really it for today. Until next time, thanks for watching.